Great, Kate.
Introducing Mr. Rita Wilson.
Who got the 5 points?
The blue team.
Okay, because you said Boston.
I know. Blue UV. I'm so sorry.
I look, and 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 I look.
Return to something else.
My latest TikTok.
I did. I lolled so hard.
New games, new refs, new choice. Our up-and-coming players take to the screen for maximum comedy.
All this show together, and he's just a wonderful guy. So
Thursdays at 7 p.m., we have the premiere of our brand new show, One Shots. From the minds of Susan Harmon and Todd Page come this interactive, fun, role-playing adventure game.
So a one-shot is basically a one-off of an RPG. So an RPG, for those of you who don't know, it can mean a video game thing, but we're not talking about that one.
I'm Granny Buaya. I don't know how I went to prison.
Oh, ZT Carbone's the name. Master of Disguise is my game.
Monitor, you may be familiar with my family. They did some stunt work for Skyfall.
What would you like to do?
Perhaps we should listen at door, make sure that nothing is on the other side that we don't want there.
I agree.
All right. Go ahead and make me a check. This will be it's not a big door, so it'll be a 1. Let's start out with the easy rolls.
Okay. I rolled a 1. It's my tinnitus.
Roll a 1.
It's
Haven't
a
heard a.
din to my ears. Something horrible is coming our way.
I haven't heard a clippity clap like that since my horse Lucky passed.
His head down. It is like, you like Marv?
New games, new stories, every week, new players. So come on, roll the dice and check it out with us.
And a victorious Ender Breakfast Club punch puts one paw in the air. And what?
Sticking on Thursday at 9 p.m., right after One Shots, we have the premiere of Among Us. Join ensemble members from the Comedy Sports Ensemble plus the Minor League Ensemble as they run around a spaceship. And 2 of us are what is called imposters.
What is happening?
I don't know. Oh no!
What?
And with
So
that,
brazen.
I'm an imposter.
What?
That's what?
Isn't it true, Justin, that you don't get a perm within 48 hours, or take a shower within 48 hours of getting a perm?
What?
That's the legal
No.
law defense.
As a
Emergency meeting.
Oh, emergency meeting.
I called a meeting. How's everybody feeling? How's everybody doing so far?
We're
Quick
in the
check-in,
middle of
y'all.
an emergency.
Just do it for
Everybody
like
feeling
a
okay?
morale.
Dan, did
Sometimes I
There
just
have not
like to
been
call
any
the meeting.
murders since the last
Dan,
meeting.
I'm glad you called this meeting. I feel like we could use more snacks in the break room, and also
Yeah.
a 15-minute break every 4 hours would be great.
Wait,
I don't know who
did
it
you
is.
really call a meeting just to have a chat?
Do we
I
vote?
called.
Be a garage door.
We're in space.
Where are you gonna put your space car?
To be fair to her, why would there be a cafeteria in space?
Boy,
You and that worm.
stop the clock.
Started this.
See what happens when you throw 10 comedians in a high-pressure, tense situation where they try and solve a murder at 9 p.m. on a weekday. That sounds like the recipe for hilarity. We have no idea what's going to happen, but please come check it out. And here's a bonus. If you join our Discord channel, we'll occasionally pull players from our loyal fandom to come up and play Among Us with us. So you can join all of the players who are running around the ship trying to figure everything out. That's Thursday nights at 9 o'clock.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to One Shots. For those of you who are here for the first time or may not know what a one-shot is a role-playing game that is meant to be played in exactly one session. It is encapsulated a story that's just meant for this one time. Tonight we'll be playing the game of Subway Runners. This game is set in a world in the distant future where immortality has been uncovered. Because of that, there's just not a lot of jobs to go around. So when you get one, you keep it. And if you can't get one, and you need some side cash, then you go ahead and become a subway runner. Which means that you're clearing the subway lines of monsters and critters and all kinds of uncouth actions abilities. A lot of the world takes place underground. A lot of life takes place underground. And it's very much a neon, dark, polluted world. The kind of world where people on the surface take a deep breath before they leave their building to go onto the street, enjoying that clean air before they go out into the smoggy world, where neon lights pierce through the darkness, creating echoes and shadows of purple and blue and yellows on the ground below them and the people scattered beneath them, where a whole entire world and a whole entire life takes place even further underground, where the subway lines and the communities that are now connected by them have expanded to the much safer air. This system is created as a one-shot tool, as found on itch.io if you want to play it by yourself. The characters are automatically generated for us. The system itself is pretty simple. Every single stat that a player might decide to use has a dice value attached to it. Those are all D6, six-sided dice. They will roll the number of six-sided dice, and then based on their roll, they will succeed or fail at what they do. They will take the highest number of dice, and then if they roll a 6, it's a success. It works. If there are 2 6s in those dice they roll, that is a critical success. It really works. A 4 or 5 is a partial success, which means they'll succeed in the action they want to do, but something might go wrong. And then a 1 to 3 is a bad outcome, which means things will go wrong, and they will not succeed. All right, with that in order, let's go ahead and meet our players, our characters tonight. All right, up first is Tinny Vangerlini. Tinny, why don't you tell us a little about your character? Chip?
Sure. Well, yeah, my name is Tinny Vangerlini, and gosh, you know, I renovate furniture to sell online. It's my side hustle, but you know, I have a reputation. I drank from the goblet of night and lived, so you know, I feel like if I got through that, I can get through anything, and I'm ready to run subways.
Excellent. Tinny, Carl, why don't you introduce yourself? Oh, great. Tinny, great. Carl, go ahead. Carl, I think you're muted, buddy.
You're muted.
Feels wrong, but okay.
Great. Hi. My name's Colonel Carl Copeland. As you all know me, Carl. It says here my vibe is intense. And I spent a few years sailing under the Dread pirate Dragon Puncher. We all know Dragon Puncher, Dread, and a pirate. And I'm currently sometimes employed as a rat meat sous chef at the Rotting Dutchman restaurant, which is located under 42nd Street subway tunnel. My romance language is nosebleeds.
Excellent. Thank you, Colonel. Let's go ahead and meet our next player. Ooh, Indigo Abbey. Tara, please introduce us to Indigo.
I'm Indigo Abbey. A dark force covers my face. Yes, you may have heard of me because I am in a secret death cult known as the Obsidian Eye. I worship death as the ultimate unachievable aspect of humanity, forgotten and long gone. I also sell celebrity leggings. Please buy my celebrity leggings.
Thank you, Indigo, for your introduction. Ainsley. Natalie, please introduce yourself. Yes, you, Ainsley, sorry.
Hi,
I'm Ainsley. I'm just really excited to make a bunch of new friends here down in the subway. You might recognize me as the one who dared not to do drugs in your high school. I just hope that everyone can have a good time, and if there's like a yearbook at the end of it, I hope I get a lot of signatures in it. My love language is words of affirmation, so everyone please be nice to me.
Great, thank you, Ainsley. It's been our last character.
What's going on, guy? You can call me Win Garbanzo. That's right. You want a sandwich or something? I love a good sandwich. Ready to run some subways. Been out of the game for a while, but happy to be back.
Excellent.
Sorry, can't see you there. There we go. Oh, yeah.
Makes
Jeez.
things a lot easier, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, you gotta keep it up for appearances, Hurricane Jim and I, we gotta look tough so that people are scared of us. When you're 3'6", you gotta appear real tough.
Totally, absolutely. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Excellent. Tinny, you're at your usual haunt, the secondhand iPod store.
Yep.
And you are talking with your coworkers when someone wanders in. You hear the doors above the bell ring. The bells above the door jingle and jangle as the door clangers open and then shuts behind it. But you don't actually see anyone for a moment until you look down, and you see about a 4-foot rat coming into here. Looking left, looking right, and then looking up at you. What are you gonna do?
Hey, can I help you?
Well, yeah, of course you can help me. But you think I came in here for nothing?
Just being polite. Hey, what's the skinny?
Wait, is this the secondhand iPod store or not?
It is.
Well, I got a find for you. As you know, iPods are somewhat rare in this time, Most of them either died or fallen out, but I managed to find myself one of the deluxe 100 gigabyte ones.
Ooh.
What are you offering?
Oh, I see. This is one of those stores where we purchase things as well as sell them. I get it. Sure.
I imagine. You coming by these honestly, or?
Well, of course, yeah. There's an exchange, a barter gift exchange system going on here. Can I take a look?
Yeah, of course. He throws it on the counter, and it looks like it's in pretty good shape. It's silver. The screen has one crack along the top, but it doesn't interfere with seeing anything. Spin wheel still seems to rotate just fine.
Cool. Do you mind if I just take a listen?
Yeah, go ahead. Well, I'm not supposed to buy broken property or anything. It works fine. Go ahead and give a look. Give a check. Give a listen.
I plug in my old 3.5 jack headphone earbuds and plug it in and crank it up.
The Spin Doctor starts playing. Two Princes spins up.
Yeah, this checks out as authentic early generation iPod. It's nice. I give you say 50 credits for it.
All right, great. Thank you. You know what? I'll take that. I'm not going to try and haggle you anything. 50 credits sounds good. He puts a little paw out, reaches it up to you.
Oh, okay, thanks. You know what? Could I interest you in an iPod? All right. This iPod is flush. It's an old 64 gigabyte, so no great, size, but it's what's on it that's amazing. It is the entire Fleetwood Mac collection.
What?
And I think it's going to be right up your alley.
Do you think I come in here to give an iPod, take an iPod? No, I'm trying to make some credits.
Okay, hey, I'm just trying to find the right owner for this iPod. Someone's going to love this, and it's going to be their baby,
There's someone out there with a mustache and a heart of gold who probably wants it.
Sure.
But it's not me.
Also, I apologize for the right up your alley comment. I wasn't thinking. I didn't mean to offend.
It's okay. I don't live in an alley.
Okay, Cool.
He reaches Bono again for the credits.
Oh, sir. Here you go.
Takes them and he wanders out into the streets, waves behind him as he goes. That's just about the end of the day, and you hear a ping on your phone. And you open it up and take a look at it, and we'll jump back to that in a second. Colonel Carl Copeland.
Shoot.
It has been a tough day on the line. You know, a lot of rat kebabs going out there. A lot of people coming through. But the day has finally ended, and you're relaxing, talking with your buddies who also work the line, maybe cleaning up your stations a little bit.
Sure.
One of them has a long handkerchief tied around their head, tied to the back. Their flowing head rolling over it, and they crack open a beer, hand you one, and say, "Hey, don't you ever wish there was something more than this?"
Oh, only every day of my life.
Yeah, I gotta do something to like get out of it, like, you know, maybe start my own restaurant or something. I don't know.
I don't know, man. It's not a restaurant. You gotta have a lot of credits, you know. You gotta have a gimmick too, something that's gonna pull the people in.
Yeah. I mean, I did start up. I think maybe I'd make some kind of startup or something, but you know, those haven't really been in favor since the 2000s. So
everyone's got a startup, and they all have apps. That's the problem. They all got apps, and they all break within a couple months.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think we'll find some kind of way. I believe in you, man. I believe in you. I think the two of us working together, we could do anything we wanted to, you know?
Hey, Tiny Timothy, that means a lot to me. I want you to know that. That really hits me right here, you know.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I got your back. And you know what? Until then, we'll just keep hustling, we'll keep grinding, we'll keep slicing and dicing those rats.
I raise my beer to cheers him, and I make intense eye contact the whole time.
Tiny Timothy, who is also incredibly intense, stares back, but kind of like winks one of them a little bit. Just brings it down. You guys understand until you get each other. You drink down this beer and you hear a ping from your phone. Speaking of apps, you pull it out, and we'll jump back to that in a minute. All right, we jump to an alley. This is a dimly lit alley, with occasional doors with exit signs above them that cast red hues into it. There we find, leaning against the wall, one Indigo Abbey. Indigo, you are currently in transaction with someone, and they're looking at you like, well, listen, I know this isn't exactly kosher, but I was wondering if maybe you had, Adelaide Swift or Marley B. Kepson.
You ask the simplest questions. Yes, I do. But do you know what else I have access to?
Well, what do you have? What else do you have?
A world where this never-ending hell ends. A world where the all-seeing obsidian eye comes for us all.
Are you for real with this?
Are you afraid?
Yeah. I'm afraid, but I'm also, like, intrigued and enchanted.
The obsidian eye welcomes all, and I have a 2-for-1 legging special today.
Oh, well, I mean, it will bring me, like, happiness, or,
It will bring you death.
Oh, I'm not really looking for death.
Well, we haven't found it yet, but it will at some point. The goal is that there will be death for the obsidian eye cult.
Are you, like, asking me to join your cult, then?
I am inviting you for a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Become siblings with us all, and the obsidian eye will watch over you forever!
I have been looking for an opportunity to make some new friends, so yeah, sure, I'll take one obsidian eye, and I'll take one of the leggings, please.
Welcome, sibling.
Thank
Which
you.
leg?
I want the Marley Key Kepson and the Adelaide Smith. Thank you. They tuck it into a pocket in their trench coat and grab the obsidian and put it in their other ones. So like I guess I'll see you again then.
Yes.
Okay.
I will always see you under the eye.
Creepy, but seems not like terrible thing, I guess. And they wander down the alleyway away from you. Not entirely sure what they got themselves into. But you gaze at your eye for a moment, and when you hear a ping from your pocket, it's an app notification you know well. You pull out your phone, and we'll jump to Ainsley Tizo. Ainsley, you find yourself in one of the few remaining abandoned theme parks. There aren't many theme parks in general, just because the overworld is so uncomfortable as it is. The creaking wood above you wrestles in every single wind that flows by, and it just like shakes a little bit gently. The coaster that you're standing near, there is abandoned popcorn stands that have long since lost every trace of a kernel they've had, and graffiti sprayed over everything. Various mix of artwork and slang words, other bits of code that go on through it. And you're hanging out there with a group of your friends. This is your most popular spot. When I say friends, I do mean friend. You're not quite there yet. I know that you're looking for more friends. Yeah. Your friend sits next to you and just kind of like kicks a can away, and says, You know what, Ainsley?
No.
It seems like you're the kind of person who's going somewhere, you know? Like you have a plan for everything, and I admires that about you.
Well, when you spend a lot of time with yourself and your thoughts and your books, you have a lot of time to dream of things and to think about what you would do with, say, an abandoned theme park like this one. Like, would you tear down the big coasters, or would you fix them up again? Would you sell popcorn, or would you go for something a little bit more contemporary, like cotton rat candy, or you just like, and then you just have some time to think about it.
Wow. It's like you just like really thought it through. Wow. You do like you think about that kind of stuff all the time?
Yeah, it's like kind of like all I think about is that, and whether or not, like, when I die I'll be like a good ghost or like a bad ghost.
I think you'd be a good ghost personally. Like that's just me, but I can't imagine you being a bad ghost or mean or anything like that, you know?
Wow. Thanks.
No problem. Hey, I gotta go back. It's getting close to curfew, but I'll see you tomorrow.
Same place?
Oh yeah, unless you want to go somewhere else.
No, I like it here.
Okay, me too. And Sarah wanders off into the night, and as you sit there, not caring about curfew, staring up into the night, you hear a familiar ping from your phone. And we'll jump to Win Garbanzo. Win, we cut to underground. We are in the depths of the subway in its subway community. And you are in a Sorry, 1 second. All right. We are underground. A train rushes by with different colored lights going by inside of it, and at the end of it, as it passes, you see someone holding on to the end, a backpack on top of them. Then they scream into the night as it rushes by, not carrying it off with recklessness, pulling a little bit of whiskey as they do so, and then throwing the bottle on the platform. You watch this safely from inside a restaurant. A restaurant might be a stretch, honestly. The dingy Subway, eat fresh, as fresh as we can in this post-apocalyptic world is our new slogan. And so you find yourself inside. You don't work here, you just hang out here.
Oh, yeah.
A hefty meatball hoagie in your hands.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The man from behind the counter kind of like looks at you sitting at the table, stares across and says, these kids throwing bottles thinking they could never die.
I know what you mean, man, but everybody dies.
If there's one thing we know, it's just everyone dies.
Everybody dies.
How do you think you're gonna die, man?
Oh, no. I'm gonna go out big blaze of glory. You know what I mean? One of those Viking funerals. Yeah, you know, put me on the subway car and let it crash into another subway car. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Viking funeral.
Just like a little bit of background wrinkle, in order to die in this world, you basically have to choose to, because immortality has been discovered. And so that's part of the reason why jobs are so scarce. And so, like, if you, like, choose to go out in, like, this way, then you can literally make sure that's how you go out that way. When you're just tired of it.
It's on the table. I'm getting pretty tired of this world, Marv. Pretty tired of this world.
I feel you, Win. I mean, I can't sling subways forever.
Yeah, slinging subways ain't the life.
I just, like, you know, at some point I gotta give it a pause, but, you know, I only have enough 401k saved up for about 300 years of retirement, so gotta start planning ahead now.
Oh, you got one of those 401ks, huh? Roth or pre-tax? These are the important questions, Marv.
I went Roth, but, you know, who knows what taxes will be when I go.
Right, right. Good idea. We've eliminated taxes, so that was a smart move.
Listen, buddy, I'm gonna close up shop soon, so I hate to kick you out, but you know, finish up your sandwich, take your time, but then it's gonna be time to go.
That's okay. There's some whiskey on the platform there that I might lap up, so I can get out of your hair.
Gross, but I get it. You scarf down the last bit of hoagie, and you hear a ping from your phone. This is where we'll bring everyone together. The ping that everyone is hearing, is from an app that you all know well. It's everyone's favorite side hustle app. It's the Subway Runner tool. And a new job is open. They're looking for 5 people to work it. If you want to go ahead and check in, then you just submit your yes to it, and they'll ask you to show up to Churchland Station. The job, it just says that the red line is out in between Shinglesville and Silver Lake. Some reports of cloaked people found in the area. If service is not restored, then the school trains won't be able to get to and from the next day. Are each of you gonna take this job? Gosh, I hope so, because if not, we sure aren't gonna stop.
I'll accept it. I'd like to say also that I've set my notification settings that the ping is the first few chords to Go Your Own Way from Fleetwood Mac.
Perfect. Excellent.
Accept.
Ainsley accepts it without even reading it.
Something. And I'll meet new people? Great. Excellent. You make your way to Churchville Station, and all of you find your way to, like, there's a little station where there's a kiosk in each one of these stations, and the kiosk has a little computer screen that you hold your phone against, and it reads out, like, the task to you all, and it, like, tells you when everyone's checked in. So as you each check in, we'll say Tinny and Carl, you guys get there first. And then Indigo shows up a moment later, followed by Wynn, and then Ainsley coming from the theme park, not as close, shows up last. If you want to take a little moment and get to have a little introduction, get to know each other a little bit.
So this is the crew.
Yep. Swiped right, so here I am.
How retro.
Hi, I'm Ainsley.
Let's run some way, huh? Let's run some way.
What's your name, buddy? You, the one who just spoke.
Oh, me? You know me. I'm Win Garbanzo.
You smell like Subway whiskey.
Oh, my friend. I'd have some right here.
I smack it out of his hand.
You know how hard it was to lap that into a cup?
Look, if we're going underground, I gotta know that I can trust you. All right, that we've got each other's back, and I can't trust no drunk.
You calling me drunk?
I'm calling you whiskey drunk.
Oh, you know Hurricane Jim? The Hurricane Jim?
The guy or the tropical storm?
Both. They'll
I'm
both
aware.
vouch for me.
Very well.
You're telling me there was a tropical storm named Hurricane Jim?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
back in 2028.
The way that big storms work is that they named them after people.
Yeah.
So alphabetical.
And we had that tsunami called Earthquake Marvin.
The Obsidian Eye appreciates the power of storm and misses it. The Earth should have deadly storms. The Earth should have volcanic eruptions destroying cities. We live wrong.
I like her.
Yeah, me too.
I also like her.
On my settings, I have it set so that I only do jobs with people with a 4.5 rating or above, so I assume you're all qualified and good to go.
My rating's that high? Hey!
You probably can't tell it about me because of my rough exterior, but I don't get in trouble that often, and I always finish my work ahead of a deadline. So I have a 4.9 rating.
Ooh, all right.
One time I stayed too long at the end, and I annoyed the person on my team, and then they somehow rated me down, and that's why it's 4.9 and not 5.
It can happen to the best of us.
Look around the station, the five of you, now that you're here, and you got to know each other a little bit, you got to know each other's style, etc. a little bit, and you taking it in, and there is what appears to be an upside-down church in this subway station, hence its Churchville. Still has its stained glass windows, a large rose window towards the bottom that has been cracked to create an entrance into this room. There is a scent of fresh grass in the air for some reason that you can't quite tell. And while a few lines go through here, the line that has been cut off, which is the red line, proceeds south from the area. Those of you who are more familiar with the area have probably heard rumors about the area around this station, that there's a haunted station that's been abandoned nearby. There's some kind of rumors about werewolves, and of course you know from the ticket that you've been given for this task that there's some kind of rumors of cloaked people in the area.
Well, we got one cloaked person right here, huh?
Which of us is cloaked?
Oh, I'm just meant. Never mind.
Would you all like to be cloaked by the eye? To be watched forever?
Oh, that's too much attention for me, thanks.
I think we should maybe investigate this church here. Upside down church. Want to take a look? I want to gaze through that window.
Yeah, why not? It's almost mass time.
You gaze into it, and indeed it is an upside down church. They have taken the liberty to bring the pews, which were of course previously on what is now the ceiling of this, and bring them to the bottom, so hammering them into the eaves of this slanted roof, but not taking the effort to do anything to level them. So you see people inside this church, and they are all squished to one side of whichever pew they're sitting in, with a little bit of space at the end, as they sideways, diagonally enjoy this. There doesn't seem to be any kind of service going on in this church, though. There is, of course, the upside-down altar at the other end. Underneath it is what appears to be some kind of platform or stage, etc., with some man on top of it who is just yelling about how you need to be the change you see in the world, and all it takes is believing in yourself and trusting yourself and loving yourself, and also subscribing to this plan where you will have to believe in yourself so hard this book can tell you how, and if you get 3 other friends to believe in themselves, then you'll get a bonus.
Sounds
I check in.
to me.
Yeah, I check in with Indigo. I'm like, you're into spooky stuff. Does this like what you do?
This is elementary cult 101. You don't even touch your toes to this kind of garbage.
I don't know. I think it's important to believe in yourself. I believe in myself.
As you should, Ainsley. The power is within and without.
Oh gosh, Indigo, you're really smart and cultured.
Yes.
Hey Todd.
Yes.
I'd like to consider this group and see if any of them, if I can determine if any of them might have the wherewithal or the ability to maybe cause mischief on the line.
Awesome. All right. What is your number for your consider?
I am at a 2 for consider.
Excellent. So please roll me 2 dice, and let me know what the highest is.
A 6.
Excellent. Were they both 6s perchance?
No, a 6 and a 2.
Great. Excellent. So a 6 is a success. Your eyes sweep through this room, and the grand majority of people to you have the presence of a calm and a sense that like they may just be suckers. Like they are just here because they want to make some positive change in their world, and they're not like really grepping that this is some kind of scam or some kind of pyramid scheme. But looking to the front, to this man that's yelling, with his wizened beard that like is twirled up into a fine point as it as it narrows downwards, you sense that this man could certainly cause some mischief. There is something about this man that doesn't seem quite right to you.
I relay this information to my party. Folks, I think that we need to question this 101 cult leader a little more intently.
All right.
Wynn's got his wrench and a plan.
I say, hold on there, Wynn. Ainsley?
When I get that you're very strong. I was gonna say big and strong, but you're actually much smaller than me.
Yeah, by a lot.
But what if we tried the power of friendship? I could try to like befriend the cult leader and see what's going on.
That's exactly, Ainsley, you took the words right out of my mouth. I think you should go in there, you should tell him that you want to join the cult and bring him to, is there like a little like offside room, Todd? Like a little side room we can maybe head off into?
Yeah, you peek in the back, and there, while the apse is, of course, upside down, someone has set, with nail and hammer, made a ladder that leads up to it.
Excellent. Why don't you get him in there, and we'll meet you there.
Okay, I'm not going to tell him I want to join the cult, though, because I'm not good at lying. But
Well, just tell him you're interested in the cult. That's not a lie, right?
well, that's not a lie. I'm interested in a lot of things. Okay.
I think as soon as Ainsley leaves to go do this, I turn to the other four and I say, "We're gonna jump that guy."
We'll do Ainsley first, and then we'll jump back to you after you see time. The man on the stage runs his hand up, and that's the end. Ceremoniously ending his big speech. Everyone applauds. Some of the people are clutching like books in their hands and like raising them excitedly, and some other people are beginning to squish out of their spot and like carefully make their way down this diagonal and over to a woman at a table who has piles of books and a cash box. The man on the stage wipes his forehead. Some people approach him occasionally to like have conversation, but he always responds, but then points them towards the back of the room. Ainsley, what are you gonna do?
Oh, I walk up to him as confident as is possible for me, and I go up. I go, wow, what an inspiring sermon. I'm just floored by how knowledgeable you are and how in touch with the world around you are. I was with you. I was with you the whole time. I have some questions about the community.
Oh, the Church of Life?
Yeah. I have questions, but
We have questions, young lady. There's many answers in the book at the back.
Oh, well, wouldn't you know, I don't have my reading glasses, so I was hoping that, like, maybe, could I pull you over here just for a second? I just want to pick your brain for a second.
Roll me your befriend, Ainsley.
How many dice do I roll again?
What is your stat in that?
2.
Then roll 2 dice, please. And let me know the highest.
I rolled a 6.
Oh, wow. Y'all are doing very well. He looks like he's about to be like, go give me money. But then your dewy eyes and your hopeful smile catches him, and he sighs and says, Sure, young lady, come up here. We'll go up to the apps. And he begins climbing that ladder behind him, waving every couple of rungs behind, and disappearing into it. I imagine you follow.
I follow.
All right. We'll jump back to everyone else. Are you doing things before they get up there, or are you waiting until they're up there?
As soon as Ainsley has gone down the aisle, I'm running around to see if my character can jump unnaturally high.
Oh, so can I! I want to do whatever you're doing.
Win is just following my lead, baby. So I want to wave Tinny and Indigo over with us and scale or climb the wall to get into this apse before they can arrive there and be waiting for them.
Yeah, oh yeah.
As we walk that way, I hand out some Obsidian Eye pamphlets to these very open-minded people in the room. You don't have to pay anything to join the Obsidian Eye.
Some of them look at you like, oh, okay. And they take it, and then they look at it, and they're like, thanks. And so you make your way around. Are you trying to not be seen?
I'm imagining going outside of the building, and yeah, I'm trying to go without being, I'm trying to get up through an unusual way.
Okay.
Though I think it's good that Indigo, since she said she was going handing out pamphlets, she's still in the church. We went outside the church.
All right. Tinny, what are you
Distraction.
doing?
She ran a screen for us so we could jump unnaturally high.
I'd love to jump on the
Tinny, what are you doing? Are you going with Indigo?
I was planning on just kind of watching Ainsley take him, and I was going to kind of follow up behind until once he's in the room.
Excellent. So yeah, Ainsley has now gone into the room up the ladder, and Colonel Carl and Wynn, yeah, you make your way around the side of the building, and it is like the bottom, like there's still like some slant that goes up from it, so it like goes up like this, and then up straight up the sides from the side there, and you can see the windows along it, and you, after a few moments, you see, we want to go before them get up there, right? That's correct?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, do either of you have something that involves like perception-ish type thing skill?
I've got scan and consider. I've also got to perform.
I've got challenge. Not sure what is.
Challenge is inviting someone to do something by daring them.
Oh.
I think scan
Okay,
would
yeah.
work for this.
Okay.
Maybe a scan.
Exact same roll, my man. 6 and a 2.
Dang! All of your dice are illegal. You like are doing some mental math and like looking at the windows, and you pause for a moment and scratch your chin, and then you realize that this window in the top right must be the window that correlates with the room that they're going to be headed up to.
Mm-hmm. I turn to Win and I go, "Let's go kick his apps," and then I leap.
Shout out the Jalen version. All right, you both of you. I believe you can use your special ability without even trying. Is that right?
I think so. It just says
I hope
special
so.
abilities. No,
I believe that's the case
no
with
die.
special abilities. So I want you to describe to me, both of you, how this jump bring into life your gummy bear moment.
I think we've done a lot of like calculating and pointing out windows. We figure out the one it is. I give my very cool line to Win, and like knees bent. The way I jump is like very Olympic style, like that. And he jumps forward and barrel rolls through the window.
Mine's more like Mario, where like I kind of jump and then midair I somehow jump again higher than that into the window like it was nothing. Whoa! So it's like, yeah, wah! And then maybe for just good measure, there's a yeah there as well.
And I say, I guess we're here for an altercation.
And at that, on the window ledge, I just start laughing maniacally and slow clapping.
Yeah, you are both now on this window ledge. You can see into this room. It is extremely dimly lit. There's a lantern in there that is like an old oil lantern, but like at the very, very smallest level. So it doesn't really provide much illumination, but you can make out a desk and, you know, some floor space and a couple of chairs that seem like they have. They're those kind of chairs that you see in like theater green rooms where the theater has been around for like 30 years. Like there are like holes in the arms and they are fabric upholsteried, but like you can tell they're very comfortable.
Do we have enough time to get into the room before they ascend?
I think running around and jumping, I think that you have maybe a couple of moments, I'll say.
Can I use?
I'll just go ahead.
Can I use spy to like help us get into like a good spying spot so we can kind of
that's
prep?
a great thing to use for that.
Cool.
What do you use
This
your dice?
3 die.
Great. Feel a little sick.
I got a 6 and 2 3s.
Rude is what it is. Yeah, you you managed to you spy and like there isn't a ton of room to hide in this room, but you probably could get away with like behind one of the chairs is in a corner, and you probably.
I'm also 3'6". Yep, I can hide.
You are 3'6", which is a big advantage. There's a chair in the corner. You probably could hide behind one of those chairs. Other than that, like, it's a pretty sparse room.
I'd like to hide under the desk.
Okay, great. You guys scamper in there just as this trapdoor opens. I'm gonna jump back to Indigo and Tinny real quick. Indigo, you are seeing Ainsley at the top of this ladder, about to pop open this door. Well, the leader's about to do it, and Ainsley's right behind him. And then Tinny, you're watching this all from the door. Is there anything that you want to do in this moment?
I'm just kind of leaning in. I also have spy, so I kind of want to be unnoticed as I'm peering in.
If you need to be unnoticed, I can also create a distraction.
That will not be necessary. Thank you.
Roll me your spy, Tinny.
You know what? I'm gonna say it's a 5. It was a 6, but I don't want another 6. So
Gosh,
5.
They're all wowza. Okay, so a partial success. You do. Yeah, you are unnoticed. You are the knight. You are like hanging out here, and you manage to kind of just like lower your hat and blend in. Except for one person who does notice you. And it's the woman with those books in that cash box. And she's like, "Sir, if you're gonna stay here, you gotta buy a book."
Oh, of course. Can I peruse your wares?
Oh, certainly. And you can now stay there, and no one pays you much mind, but you are gonna have to pay her some money.
Okay.
Which, you know, could be anything. Indigo, are you doing anything, or are you just waiting for it to see what happens?
I'm gonna come over to Tinny and say, Tinny, if you need to get up those stairs, I could create a distraction, or I could threaten this woman.
What's this about stairs and threatening? I'm right here.
I was whispering.
Oh, okay.
I just have to speak loudly because of this.
Do you have the skulk action, perchance?
I have, threaten.
Alright, that won't help you be secret, but it might help you, fend this woman off. Roll me 2 dice and take the lower of the 2, please.
Okay.
A 3? Okay. Yeah, your whisper is just loud enough for her to hear. And she is like, what's this about? What?
What? You lifer? What?
Well,
you have something to say?
Roll me that threaten.
It's 3, so I roll 3 die.
3 dice and take the highest.
4.
4. Okay, partial success. So she like, huh? Okay. Sorry, I'm sorry I said anything. Whoop, whoop. And she like mimes zipping her lips shut and like throwing away the key. And you manage to like keep her quiet. Like she's not gonna say anything. She's genuinely terrified of you at this moment. But you get the feeling that what should be a consequence? Yeah, you get the idea that like something, whatever you do next is probably gonna be a little harder. And yeah, she's like, okay, I hear nothing, and you and Tinny can continue talking.
Tinny, to the stairs with you. Or the ladder. I call stairs ladders. It's the same.
Sure, a lot of people do. It happens all the time.
Sure. Yeah. All right. I go up.
All right, you guys are at the base of the ladder. We'll jump to the inside as the trapdoor flips open, and you see the top of this man coming through. Those of you hiding in the room, and then shortly behind him, Ainsley, and he raises the light on that lantern a little bit. And let me just go ahead and roll for him a scan.
I'm just gonna say that while they're going up the ladder, Ainsley is talking to him about the book of the book of life and the Church of Life, and so might be a little distracted because she's asking a lot of questions.
It worked. I rolled 2 ones.
So, like, who are the main protagonists, and like, do they have love interests, and like, are there love interests in the book like spoken of, or like, is it just kind of like below the surface?
What was your name, young lady?
Ainsley.
Well, Ainsley, the protagonist is you. In the Book of Life, we're all the protagonists. We're all pursuing laughter and love and believing in yourself.
Oh no, Father. I'm more of a supporting character personally, and I like that. So
You
can I
like being a
not
supporting
be the
character?
protagonist?
If you would like to not be the protagonist, I suppose that's an option. I guess I could write a book called Be the Secondary Character of Your Life. I don't know who would buy it, but it's worth a shot.
I would.
Colonel Carl, when you're like hearing the end of this conversation as they go through this this trapdoor and illuminating the room. If there's anything you want to do at any point, let me know. Otherwise, we'll just keep going from there.
We are readying an action.
Okay. Consider your action ready. Just let me know when you want to do it. What was it you wanted to talk to me about? You clearly had an interest in...
Oh, yeah. I just was wondering, well, I asked you about the love interests. That's always a really important part of any story to me. I like to write them in even when they're not there. Like, if I read something there isn't a love interest, I tend to like find one where there isn't. I have a really thriving Tumblr that I write a lot of slash fiction.
Tumblr? Oh. What is a slash fiction?
It's like, do you remember that really, really old book, Harry Potter? It's like when you write a subplot, you read between the lines and you say that like that Harry Potter and his arch nemesis Draco Malfoy were actually like really close, and they were like secretly in love with each other, and then you follow that thread. I'm really good at finding little threads that no one else sees, and then just like following them, and just like following them, and then just like following them and following them and following them, and then folding them into something completely different that nobody else saw because it really wasn't there. It was just in my head. Are there ghosts in your book?
Well, not really. And then, as like this conversation is happening, I think enough time has passed, Indigo and Tinny, for you to be on your way up the ladder. Let me know if you want to do anything or pop in or whatever you want to do. Or if you're just going to hang out below and listen. I don't know that there's any ghosts. It's more about living your life to your potential and convincing your friends to live
All
your
right.
life.
I would like to burst out from underneath the desk, maybe toppling it behind me as I burst out. It says here that I have a weapon, which is a big ol' hammer. But that's not what I want to use. I would like to use the other thing in my sack, which is a sack of potatoes. I want to smack him so that he falls to the ground.
Okay.
This is how Colonel Carl rolls.
So, use the same number it gives you for that weapon, but use it for your sack of potatoes.
Got it.
As soon as I hear this happening, that's when I'll enter, but I'll wait till you resolve that first, of course.
Great.
My weapon, so I've got a magic domain. My weapon says knuckle dusters, but it's also, I guess that's my one.
There should be a number attached to that, and then yeah, if you want to use, you all should have a magic ability and a magic school with a dice attached to it as well as a weapon. If you want to use something else as a weapon, that's fine. I'm just going to use that dice number to like correspond to it.
That'll be a 3, Todd.
3, okay. So here's how I think this goes. You swing with this bag of potatoes, and you like underestimate how much this bag of potatoes weighs. And so like you go to swing, and then like it keeps going and like whizzes over their head to the point where it like slaps you on the back, spins you in a circle, and you drop it, and the potatoes go falling down the trapdoor that is still open, clambering into Indigo and Tinny on this ladder. And you are now face to face with a confused and startled old man.
Potatoes.
Enough of your lies, preacher. We want to know why you cut power to the red light stop in between Jinglesville and Silver Lake.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I pick up a single potato and threaten him with it.
Indigo and Tinny or Win, if you want to do anything, or Ainsley, feel free to pop in.
Yeah, I'd like to. I've been hiding this whole time. I would like to make a real cool reveal. Like maybe the chair that I was hiding behind, I'd like to just spin around in it and be like, "Really, you have nothing to tell us, huh?" Like, try to make it real cool.
Okay, are you trying to threaten him?
Let's say negotiate.
Challenge?
Oh, I could challenge him.
Make
Should I
him do a
challenge him?
dare. Yeah.
I dare you to defy us.
Oh, perfect. You did it. Roll me your challenge, please.
That's okay. It's a 5.
It's a 5. Excellent. It's a partial success. He's like, I wouldn't dare defy you, strangers. And partial success. How do I want this to partially go wrong? Let's see. I think that you do this, and you successfully like convince him to like not like try anything, but you also fall down. You don't fall through the trapdoor. It's okay. You just look like a real goon. Like it's just like super not cool.
My potatoes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Whoa,
that's it. You triple a potato.
Whoa.
Make you look like a real spud. All right.
Oh, good night.
Indigo and Tinny, you now have had enough time to come up through the door if you want to, or you can hang out directly underneath it. What do you want to do?
Look, I don't know what you know, but you know something. So tell us what you know is going on in here. Otherwise,
are you coming in?
Yes.
Okay, great.
I'll come in behind him with my hands raised.
Otherwise, you might, we could spread a bad reputation about this place, and then, we don't want to have that happen, but we gotta do what we gotta do. What's going on here?
Of course, I do not want that to happen. Hello, people who burst into my office.
We're subway runners, TM.
Father, like I know that you called me a stranger, but I'm gonna forgive that because I thought we were friends. So I'm just gonna pretend that I didn't hear you refer to me as a stranger and just a person who burst into your office. If you could I just think that it would be a lot better for us and you if you just told us what you know about the red line. I just think I'm trying to brainwash him into telling us.
I love it. Please roll unto me your brainwash.
Brainwashing a cult leader. It's beautiful.
It is.
I rolled a 5.
Okay, great. Partial success. He is like, I guess, I suppose we are friends. This guy's voice is all over the place, huh? I suppose we are friends. I mean, let's all calm down. We can talk about this calmly. There's no need to wrench me or potato me. Not that you could, apparently. He like gestures to the chairs in the room and the floor and takes a seat on his desk and says, I don't know much, but I can tell you what I do know. and that's how I'm gonna work this partial success. He'll tell you like bits. I don't know that though it's related to me perhaps, but I have managed to work a deal of sorts with a group that was already planning to use the red line for their purposes. It was... Before I continue further, you're not going to, report me to anyone or etc.
Nah.
Never.
I say nothing.
Come on, pal. Snitches get stitches.
And friends get
dividends, baby.
Yep.
I'm gonna roll him a scan, and he rolled a 4. So if any of you are planning to turn him in, he will notice it.
Yeah, Ainsley would never.
Yeah. I think.
Look, our interest is the subway. I don't care. I don't care about you.
Literally just thinking about my next sandwich. So.
He eyes Carl, and you can tell he's a little uncomfortable, but he continues here's what I know then. There's a group that wishes to use the red line. It's underneath a series of landlines in the city, and they're planning on using it to resurrect something or other. I'm not sure exactly the details of the what or the who they plan to resurrect, but
I hope it's ghosts.
I will admit that it was to my advantage not to interfere, as anyone who is held at the station has an opportunity to come into my church of life.
Did you say that the red line runs underneath landmines?
Ley lines.
Ley lines.
The person
Thank
who
you.
voices me briefly forgot the word.
We were about to have a very different adventure.
As we all know, landmines are crucial in resurrecting a species.
Sure.
Ainsley turns to her 4 new very best friends and says, "Hey, friends, I trust him. It seems like he's just a lonely old man benefiting from the fact that people are stuck here and are going to come hear him talk. And, I get that. So maybe we should go down into the station and see what we can turn up."
I agree with Ainsley. I think that this so-called priest has given us all he can, and then I'd like to backflip out the window.
Yeah, we should check out this Eric Clapton's ley lines.
Before we leave, can I scan his? Does he have books up here?
Yeah, there's some books in there.
Could I scan to see if any of his books has any more information about this or about the mystery of the Lost Isle of Howard?
Yeah, sure. Roll me your scan.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. What's that last part?
What?
Sure.
See if there's any books about the mystery of the Lost Isle of Howard, of course.
Sure.
And can I scan his books into a body mod that I have so that I could read them later?
Great. Yeah, I love that. You roll a 5? Excellent. Yeah, you scan, and it's not a book that catches your eye so much as a letter on his desk that's like, "Dear Jim, here are the terms of our agreement. As per our previous correspondence on the matter regarding the line, we will make sure that traffic is funneled to your church if you will make sure that we are able to do our work unbothered. Signed, Rachel Crow, leader of the Crows, Anonymous."
Not very anonymous.
P.S.
Signed your
Don't
letter.
tell anyone who I am. Please burn this letter.
We're 0 for 2.
Good to know. Rachel.
Ainsley goes to the ladder because she's not gonna jump out that window and does like that really cool thing that you sometimes see in like movies where they like just put their hands and they just slide down the sides of the ladder. I hope it's not wooden because that could hurt.
I'll climb down the ladder.
I had said it was made of wood, but
I mean, Ainsley might be getting
some
injured.
splinters. Yeah, you are definitely you land at the bottom, and it looked so cool. Do you have any kind of like physical activity based action?
I have pilot and sprint.
All right, roll me your sprint.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if coolly sliding is a 6.
Excellent. Yeah, you do have some splinters. It's wood, but you look so fucking cool. Like you are like a champion as you slide down this. It is like nothing has even happened. The woman who Indigo previously threatened like stops and like claps. Everyone thinks you're very cool.
Ainsley's just as surprised that she pulled it off.
Indigo, you climb down the ladder. Tinny, I assume you climb down.
Yep.
And Win, are you leaping or are you climbing?
I gotta ask a question of the priest real quick.
Yeah. Okay, it's just you and this guy now.
Hey, while I got you here, you know, if I was hypothetically into this, like, let's say a cutie, right? And they sent me a mixtape. How do I return in kind? They send another mixtape? How do I like one up? You know?
I've got an iPod you could give her.
Hey,
I have music magic.
Me too.
Well, I guess that answers that. And I lovingly smack him with the wrench, and then I want to slide down the ladder.
Well, so we're gonna slide down the ladder.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna slide down the ladder.
Do you have a sprint?
I hope you get so hurt.
Do you have anything physical you could use to help you with it? Roll the 1.
Yeah.
All right. Indigo, Ainsley, you slide down very cool. Tinny, no problem. Indigo, climb down, no problem. And you like step aside from the ladder, and then you see this he like grabs the sides, Win grabs the sides, and then just like whoops, and just like falls like 15, 20 feet. It slams into the ground.
Oh, that one hurt right in the hoagie.
Yeah, you definitely incurred some hurt there.
Oh.
This is gonna factor into your rating.
Hey, we're not subway running yet, baby. I would like to take a swig of the moonshine I have on me to try to dull the pain.
Perfect. Great. Do it.
I make sure that the colonel does not see me drinking.
The colonel went outside. I don't know how he went.
Yeah, he looked out a window.
It was very cool.
It was very cool.
You all make your way back to the platform. And yeah, you're here back at the platform. You see the Upside Down Church just left. You see the caution tape roped off subway entrance for the line that's currently shut down. And the other trains occasionally whiz by on the lines that are still working. What do you want to do?
I say we head down, team. What do you say?
Nothing for to do it but to do it. Let's get to it.
Let's find those landmines.
Ley lines.
Those,
How
those
dark
landmine
is
ley
it,
lines.
Todd? Is it
Yes?
dark?
Yes, it is dark.
Great. Ainsley pulls out her arc light torch and
Awesome.
kind of keeps to the back of the group because I don't know. I'm just like looking at things and taking in the world around me.
Yeah.
I would like to play the mixtape as walking music, but it is just Fleetwood Mac.
Sure. Great. We have a theme. I love it. The lights like is enough to illuminate. I'd say about 15 feet in front of you at the most. There's that like dense, like mix of like earth and grease and like oil that you smell in the subway that only gets more intense as you move away from the platform, that with like it's bits of air from above And as you go forward, you make your way into this darkness, and you begin walking. About a few minutes pass, a few more minutes pass, and then you hear from beyond the shadows that linger at the edge of your light. You hear this croak come out.
Ainsley considers the croak.
Okay. Considering allows you to reflect on the nature of a subject. Go ahead and roll me that. 6. All right. Y'all have loaded dice and baked potatoes.
No, I'm just very considerate, so I got to roll 4.
Of course.
Wow.
That do make sense with their character. Yeah. Let me pull up one thing real quick. I want to check a rule.
Hey, you guys want to play like a road trip game while we're walking? a subway run game?
Yes. Let us all play the game of everyone tell us what you know about the lost island of Howard.
My dad's name was Howard.
I spy something black.
The dark?
Oh! The Obsidian Eye! I'm watching!
Yeah,
Right.
Tinny got it. It was the dark.
You like, with that high of with a 6 on that, you know that there are like creatures that like roam these subways, have made them their home. Like, as much as there are platforms and stations, there's also, as life has become increasingly habitable below ground and equivalent roughly to above ground, there have been communities, but not only that, there have been like creatures that have been left, and those creatures over time have encountered waste, have encountered like countless chemicals.
Is it the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
And what?
Is it the Teenage Mutant Ninja Frogs?
I wish. No. You know that like there are creatures like over time, and this croak to you, it sounds much bigger than you would expect for a frog. To the degree that like it sounds like maybe the creature is coming from human size is like maybe horse-sized. Yeah, it is extremely large. And I'm trying to think of what else you would be able to consider about it. I think that you would know that there's a mix of creatures down here. That they are like some are not like necessarily like monsters, right? Some are just like creatures that like live here.
Like the rat.
And they chill. They don't bother you. You don't bother them, etc. Some, on the
Like
other
how
hand,
some humans are monsters and some are not.
exactly.
Yeah.
Some, however, may be violent, maybe vicious, maybe angry.
Hey guys, there's like a really big frog monster thing somewhere. Maybe we want to move a little faster, or maybe we want to move a little more carefully.
I pull out my crossbow.
Oh, of course.
A good thigh knife.
What?
My thigh knife. The knife I keep on my thigh.
I'd take a bite of my last remaining raw potato.
I've always got the wrench, but I've also thunder crystals. Wait,
Okay.
I'm not sure what those do, but I'd like to have those potentially handy.
Sure, great. Some thunder crystals, a classic. Who doesn't have some of those ready?
Right?
So you're pressing forward then, just like armed more carefully?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The pool of lights and the shadows it drifts into moves forward slowly. And as you do, the croak becomes more resonant, more loud, and it echoes past you as the tiles move. The tiles really being the only indication of movement here, and distance. Drift in and out of the pools of light. Occasional bits of graffiti there. You find yourself beginning, the pool of light expands, and you see a long, like 2 foot by 2 foot round, fuzzy, just like something. Maybe it's a worm or snake or something that like begins to come into this pool of light.
I'm gonna investigate.
You want to investigate? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna like look up and just kind of maybe see if I could sneak up a little bit and see what's going on there.
Investigate, please.
4.
Excellent. Make success. Yeah, you get closer and kind of like usher the light forward a little bit, and this appears to be a tail. It winds its way a few feet further into the back of a creature, and it is like expanding into this large, pink, fuzzy. It is like 6 foot high, 6 foot wide, and it croaks again, and now it's so close that it's almost like overwhelming in your ears. There are occasional blue spots in this pink fur, and it has a body that kind of looks somewhere between a cat and a dog, with this pink, like almost Muppet-esque fur, and it like you see this like large torso turning slowly, and a big head looking at you with large, massive eyes, and a mouth that comes out and is like frog shaped, but again still fuzzy, still pink, and it rivets right in your face, and a tongue flaps out, smacks itself in the eyeball, and then like slowly like squeaks down and then comes back into its mouth. Now this was, of course, a mixed success. And so, as you're doing this investigation and getting a clearer gist of it, you lose your footing just a bit and do step on its tail.
Oh no.
Poor buddy.
Causing it to back at you. And it seems distressed and annoyed. What does everyone want to do?
Sorry.
Ainsley just wants to apologize profusely.
All right. Do you want to use your befriend?
Sure.
All right. Let's try using your befriend.
Wouldn't you believe it? It's a 6.
I believe it, but I'm mad about it.
I just want to make friends.
Yeah, no, this creature, like, looks, like, genuinely upset. Tell me how you befriend it. Like, describe to me how this is working. How this looks like, what you're doing.
Ainsley gets up in his face and but, like, in a nice way, and very calmly strokes, like, just, like, between the 2 big eyes, like, a really calming, just like this, and tries to basically speak frog, and just goes, there, we're sorry.
The frog, like, looks like its eyes are like the size of your head. Like, it is like a massive creature, and as you're like rubbing your hand down between its eyes, they both like tilt inward, so they're like cross-eyed looking at you, and it goes.
He didn't mean it. He's just not as graceful of a creature as you are.
And it kind of pushes against your hand, and then tilts its head to the side and sticks its tongue out really quickly. The tongue is gonna grab onto your crossbow, Titty, yank it out of your hands, and then it swallows it.
Ah, come on.
I understand.
And there's now this beautiful moment with the 5 of you looking at Ainsley petting this large, fuzzy, pink, frog with a dog body.
I pull out my iPod and I play Kermit the Frog. It's not easy being green.
Tinny, do you have another weapon?
I mean, I've got an Arclight torch which can burn things.
Ainsley, will you ever forgive us if we killed this frog and got that weapon back?
Literally, no.
I thought so.
Whoa.
But what if...
It's not wrenching time.
Tinny has his magic.
I do have my magic. Let's look. I don't. If we can avoid dealing with this thing, I'm fine. Well, I'll figure out another weapon. Let's.
Tinny, I'll protect you until you can improvise another weapon from all of the debris around.
I can engineer. Can I engineer him a new crossbow out of the debris?
I also have engineering. We could
can we
perhaps
double
work together.
All right, both of you roll. I think this is going to be very hard, so you're both going to need to hit a high score here.
Okay.
What's the likelihood that I can ride this frog?
Roll me another friend while they're doing this. We'll deal with this and then get to that.
I got 654.
My high is a 5.
All right, between the two of you, I don't know that you can make a crossbow, but I think that you probably could find like some leftover railroad spikes, and maybe you could find like a piece of steel you could bend and some string, and you could fashion some kind of extremely shoddy, gonna be rolled at disadvantage. A bow, or you can just use the railroad spikes as like.
Can I use like a melee kind of weapon,
Knife
just like
type thing, like
yeah,
a dagger knife situation.
That's cool.
We
I'm
built
into
this
that.
thing, and then it all crumbles. And Tinny's like, "I'll just take the railroad spike."
I'll just spike
Got
them. I'll just.
You did really
spike.
well. I'm trying to imagine a world where you could build a crossbow in like.
I mean,
2
it's
minutes.
primitive, but it's got lever action.
Maybe here's a nice in between, an engineering in between. You find a long like 3-foot piece of PVC pipe that fits around these like railroad spikes you found, and you find some duct tape, and you're able to like manage it so that like there's enough friction around these that you've basically got yourself a railroad spike sized blow dart. And you have like 3 railroad spikes you can use in it. There you go.
What lungs you have?
It's basically a didgeridoo, is what I've got.
Essentially, but if
All right.
That shoots railroad spikes.
Yeah. All right, I'm into it.
Shoots them like 6 feet, but like it still shoots them.
I think the colonel, as indelicately as he is, presses on down the no worry about the frog.
There is
walks past it.
A foot on one side of the frog you can squeeze through.
I squeeze through with all the carelessness that he musters.
Ainsley, what is your befriending for your attempt to ride this frog?
4.
Okay.
Wish my dice were rigged.
So it's a partial success. So you do manage to let this frog like get on top of you.
Oh wait, the frog's riding me?
Oh, sorry. You do manage to...
That's the partial success.
Yeah.
Riding is happening.
You do manage to get on top of this frog, but like it is extremely uncomfortable, and like each time they hop, it is like and they have to like grab again.
Worth it.
Okay, great. So the rest of you either press around or try to join Ainsley on this frog, I imagine.
Pushing on straight.
I'll walk by the frog.
Yeah, I'm going to.
I'll get off the frog.
I think I could successfully go under the frog at my size. I think that's the best way to enter him.
All right, great. You leave this frog behind. It ribbits and presses against you, Ainsley, lovingly like saying goodbye to you, and then hops in the other direction. As you maneuver forward past this frog, you notice that as you're moving forward, there comes a point where the torch's light stops, and it's not like the pool kind of continues a little bit, or like the shadows linger at the end of a surface. It's like there is a line in the ground, and at this line in the ground, the light stops. And so the circle of light continues until it hits this, and it's the same. It's not just the ground, right? It is also the walls. It is also the ceiling. There is a line where this light just stops working.
So as Ainsley looks around and sees if she can see any structure that maybe is causing this, or if there's anything in the physical world that she can see that is causing her arc light to go out.
Right, do you have a scan or investigate or anything?
I have observe and consider.
I will allow observe. Yeah. Go ahead and roll me your observe.
You're gonna hate me. It was a 6.
Dice are haunted, and so is my existence as a GM.
Does your dice have other numbers on it?
Yeah, you move your way forward, kind of pressing your arms out, and you are kind of bracing. It's like you're in your head. You're moving towards a screen door or a glass door, and you're preparing for a bump, but it never comes. Your arms hit the edge, and then your hands keep going forward, and you can't see them. The instance they pass through them, your hands are completely hidden from sight. And you pull it back.
Pull my hands back, because that's terrifying.
And they're back. They're perfectly as they were.
I reach into my bag where it says I have antihistamines, and I pull out a single one and I toss it into the dark like a jelly bean into a well.
Great.
Like a jelly bean into a well.
You toss it in, and you wait. It disappears as soon as it hits this line. It's gone to you visually, and you wait for the clatter against the pieces of iron for the subway tracks. A moment passes, and surely by now it would have hit the ground. No noise. Another moment passes. No noise.
All right, it's Thunder Crystal time. Let's see what the hell these do.
Great.
Here we go.
Throw one.
I would like to use a Thunder Crystal.
Say how it works.
It's just a hack inventory item. I don't think it has.
Great.
It doesn't say anything, so I don't know.
I'm gonna assume it functions how do you think it should work? In my head, it's similar to a grenade of sorts, but sound.
Yeah, or a firecracker. You toss it and it goes off. I don't know what that means,
Love
but
that.
you throw it. Maybe you pull the thing, you throw it, it goes off.
Great, love that.
Thanks,
so
Thunder.
You pull this, probably with your teeth. Very cool. Throw it, and everyone kind of prepares. And after a few moments, you do feel a vibration. The ground underneath you shifts a little bit, and some soot and dirt falls from the the rafters, probably not rafters here. Falls from the ceiling above you, the dust that is settled into the cracks that this concrete has fall, and there's a vibration around you, and you kind of you stumble for a second, but you don't hear anything and you don't see anything.
Y'all, do we think that once we're through it we can see, or do you think that do we think that this is like a cloaking spell or like a darkness spell so that you can't see it from this side?
Didn't a little bird tell me that there might be some cloaking stuff going on? This might be exactly that. I think once we stick our heads through, we're gonna see it.
I look back at the team and I say, if I die, tell my boss I quit. And I jump into the darkness. Full body.
Everybody dies. Everybody dies.
Well, they should.
Oh, yeah,
Full
you
body.
all instantly fall dead. Thanks, everyone. This was one shots.
Thank you so much. That was great. It's really nice.
No.
Just me. Just me.
I'll describe what happens to you, Carl, in a minute. For the moment, the four of you watch as Carl, daring and intense as he is, dives into the sheet of blackness and disappears from you.
Oh, shit.
Carl!
Carl, you don't hear anything.
Carl! Oh, shit. What do we do?
All right, I have, as you can see on my arm, I have a one metal full arm of armor with a 6 skull motif on it and spikes on the shoulder.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna stick my metal arm just like into the darkness, just the arm.
You don't. It disappears into the darkness. You don't,
Do I feel
as
anything?
you press through? What?
Do I feel anything?
Yeah. Did you press it through where Carl jumped in?
Yes.
And you feel cloth, long hair, the general feeling of what a Carl might feel like. You feel one Carl.
Does the Carl feel warm or does the Carl feel deceased? Is it a corpse Carl or a corporeal Carl?
Carl feels warm.
Start tickling him. I think he didn't disappear. I'm gonna go in.
Just to be safe, Ainsley puts her hand on Indigo's shoulder from behind so that they're connected, and she goes through with Indigo, so it's like a human train.
Great. Y'all see Indigo disappear, and then Ainsley, are you following too? You're going
I'm
with her?
following.
Great, and then Ainsley.
Oh, shit,
same thing
okay.
happens. Tinny, are you joining in, Win? Great. Tinny, are you joining in too?
Yeah, sorry.
Excellent.
Sneeze.
You all
Yep.
come through. So now I'll narrate what happens on the other side, starting with Carl. Carl, you jump through, and for a second, don't see anything. Like, it is complete and utter darkness. When you stumble forward a step or two, still within reach, but after a step or two, your eyes begin to adjust, and those goggles are so good. The darkness kind of like settles around you almost, and it's as if like slowly bits of darkness are beginning to lift. It's not like everything's coming into sight at once. It's like you can start to see the tiles on the wall, just like from the bottom up, beginning to settle into not the same light as it was before. Like, it's still dark, but it's like this kind of like blue, like tinted semi-awareness lights. And then you feel from behind you an arm touching you on your back. And then it tickles the air, and then coming from behind you, Indigo and Ainsley and then Win and Tinny follow behind.
I take the arm and I like judo flip over.
I think Indigo would let go.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, you are all now inside the space. Again, the light, like it, as each of you comes in, you might like notice it at different times. This light like trickles up for you, and you can see it's still a subway tunnel. There's still a track leading off, but in this blue light, you can see more than that now. There is a desk against the right wall. There is a series of like coolers along the left wall, and dimly, very faintly from off in the distance, you begin to make out the sounds of chanting, and you can't make out what it is yet, but like you begin to hear the sounds from off in the distance of some kind of chanting, and noise. Indigo, you seem very excited. What's your reaction? What do you want to do?
I love chanting. I want to see if I recognize any of the chants from my dark death cult.
Roll me just a single dice. Unless you have an ability you think you can use on this.
5.
Okay, great. Yeah, They aren't the sounds of your cult. Like, your cult is much more, like, medievally, gloomy, minor. And this is, like, has that energy, but, like, much less of a death urge to it. It's just, like, it's almost like a hum from where you are. Yeah. Are you going to move forward? Or are you going to stay here? What do you think you're going to do? My crew?
That sounds like the chanting of people that would cut a red line.
And try to resurrect something.
Yeah, using landmines and raptors.
Let's sneak forward. Wait. Is there anything else in this room that it sticks out as abnormal besides?
There is painted on the wall above this desk. It's one line that branches out then into 3. One that goes directly down and then 2 from the side. So it's like this.
Like a peace sign, but with a middle bit?
Oh, that's fun.
Not working.
Like a fork.
Okay.
Like when you're
A
drawing
peace sign without
snowman
a circle
hands.
and with a middle one, yeah.
Snowman hands, but sideways.
Should we investigate the refrigerators?
Steal snacks, yes.
I'm just saying, I know that Win is pretty much always hungry, so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, can I sniff out any subs?
Like, so you're opening the coolers?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll open a cooler.
Cool.
If you don't find any food, don't worry. I also have packed lunches for everyone in my bag.
Yeah, you open the first cooler and you see some standard snacks. There's like
Like
some
what? Like
deli
Uncrustables?
meats,
Like what kind of?
some deli meats.
Oh yeah.
Some bread.
Yes.
Some
In
cheeses.
the fridge? Okay.
You open the next cooler and there's some Powerades of various flavors, the blue ones and the gray ones mostly. And you open the third one.
The soccer cult.
Yeah.
You open the third one and you find some orange slices. No, just kidding. You find more Powerades, but these are different. Different colored. Which one amongst you? Who had like an investigate type thing?
I have investigator.
Well,
I got scan.
Indigo, roll me an investigate.
I also have scan, but
I think either would work.
okay, I'm gonna do scan because it's higher.
Okay.
Okay. 6.
Excellent.
I got 2 5s and 6 and a 4.
Great.
You have 4 scan? Wow.
Yeah, dog.
Scanning everything.
I know.
So scanning is specifically systematically reviewing the component parts of a subject. So you're looking at it, and the first thing you notice, because you're looking at the individual pieces of it, is that the the lid and like the little like thing it connects to like show you that it hasn't been opened is separate. So like this isn't like a fresh bottle. This is like opened, and as you pick it up and like slosh it around, it's more viscous than Powerade should be.
Gross.
And it is, of course, the red flavor of Powerade, or so you had assumed.
Y'all, I think it's blood.
Can I smell it?
Oh, I got one of the things in my inventory is dragon's blood. Can I compare the viscosity of the dragon's blood to the Powerade?
Oh wait, one of the things in my pack is a chemistry set. Can I?
All right,
One
yeah,
of the
I want
things
the two
in
of you
my
to describe
pack
how
is-
you work together with this.
Okay. Provide me with a sample of dragon's blood. Okay, we put a drop of it in a beaker, and or in a test tube. And we kind of swish it around a little bit. I hand it to Carl, and I basically have him be our human. What's the thing you wear? It makes the blood spin around.
Centrifuge.
Yeah, Carl, can you be my centrifuge for a second?
On it.
While they're doing this, can Tinny, do you want to come with me and just go see what's happening with the chant?
Yeah, I'm on board with that.
Right.
All right,
We're gonna
so the
sneak
two
down in the
of
hall.
you as you do, the sides of the whoa, prop work. The sides of the tunnel angle outwards, making it larger, and the humming gets closer until it slowly becomes words. And they're not words you recognize; they're in Latin or similar. It's just and you make your way into this larger blue tinted room, and as you move forward, it's like every foot you move, another foot in front of you slowly drifts up out of this darkness into this blue tinted light. And I'm gonna pop back to the other real quick and then jump back to you. The others, you used your extremely cool chemical set. It is definitely blood, without question. It's not dragon's blood, but it's some kind of blood.
Good job, Carl.
I spun a whole lot.
Well, do you think the rest of the food is good, or you think it's all tainted?
I think you should stick to one of the packed lunches in my pack.
All right, carrots and hummus.
I'd like to put one of the Powerades of blood just in my pack. I want to take it with me.
It's a good move. I think, guys, they're trying to resurrect an old species. So I'm gonna guess that it's like a vampire or something. We should go catch up with Indigo and Vinny, because all Vinny has, or Tinny has, are is the world's largest blow dart guns.
Blow darts.
Which honestly, if it's vampires, would make great steaks. So.
I have my thigh knife. God.
But Tinny and Indigo, you now, these lights are, I'm going to give them a second to get ahead of you, and then I'll catch you up to them. You hear footsteps behind you in this area, and you see, beginning to emerge in the light, you see cloaked figures, all facing in a circle. That's probably about 30 feet around, all facing inwards. And as you get a little bit closer, you see they all have a right hand up, and in it is a Powerade. That is appear to be the red viscous one. And now I'll catch the other three up to you. And you can now see this as well.
Whoa!
Good job. Thank you, Win.
It's the whole... Is it the life people?
I clap my hand over his mouth like, shut up.
Does there seem to be like a central or key point or figure amongst them, or are they just all equivalent?
This circle is so big, you're going to have to move in closer to see what's happening in the middle of it.
I would like to use spy.
Yeah, I'm gonna move closer, spy like.
I will do the same. I have disguise, and I would like to hold the bottle I took over my head.
All right. Do you have a spy too, Tinny?
I do, yes.
Okay, cool. Win and Tinny, please roll spy. Carl, please roll disguise. Indigo and Ainsley, what are you planning on doing? 4 and a 5.
I mean, I wanted to sabotage the Powerade in Carl's hand in case he could convince someone to take it, but I think he's out of reach.
What was your roll, Carl? Sorry.
I have a 5.
5? Okay, a 5, 5, and a 4. So a mixed success on everyone's part. Win and Tinny, you both...
Couple's name.
You both managed to spy successfully. You make your way up further. And in the middle of this, there is a simple black box. About 5 by 5, a cube in the center of this circle that you can see. And the people around the outsides are occasionally splashing forward this Powerade as they do this chant. On the west side of it, there is one figure who is larger than the rest, who you would probably guess is the leader. Carl, you're coming forward with your disguise, and are you merging with the circle? Is that the plan?
I am merging with the circle. I'm trying to get as close to where he is, and the environment we're in. We're on an offshoot of the tracks. Is there like wiring and pipes and stuff around?
Yeah, there's still wiring and pipes, but like the tracks and the wiring and the pipes are in the center, and it seems like the room has expanded on either side.
I would like to stay as close to the tracks as I can while moving towards the central leer.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'll say you can get about probably 10 people away. And
Great. I'm just spraying everybody. I'm doing what everyone else is doing.
And you succeeded on that, so you look in. I'm trying to figure out how to make this a mixed success without like having it be you give up your spot.
Does some fly in my mouth?
It's very, very gross.
Yeah,
you
tastes like
mix
laundry.
in, but like getting out of it is going to be hard. Is I think what the mixed success of that will be.
Okay.
Same with you who are spying. Like you get to where you can see this stuff, but like getting yourself out of the situation is going to be difficult.
Okay.
Indigo and Ainsley, what do you want to do?
Hey, Indigo, do you want to use our music magic?
Okay.
Unless you have something else you could do.
Yeah. Well, I kind of want to figure out if what they're resurrecting is not that bad and they're gonna clean up and get out of here in time to get the red line back together, then I'm fine with it. But if what they're resurrecting is bad and we have to stop it for the sake of humanity, then I guess that would be the thing to do.
Have like an observe or like.
I have investigate and scan and finesse.
I will say investigate.
Investigate.
Yeah.
Could I consider what they're doing?
Sure. Okay. So Indigo and okay, Ainsley. So Indigo, you like you have no idea what they're doing. And not only that, like you're so confused by it, you go, "What?" really loudly. And Ainsley, you you get the gist that like blood is involved in raising whatever this is. It's probably not good news.
But also, I hope it's ghosts.
I would like to use my rock magic to loosen a chunk of concrete or slab of concrete above what I believe is the leader's head. Just have it drop down and conk him on the head.
Right,
Let's do it. Let's go.
That's not rock music magic.
And while I do it, I'm going to have my iPod play Don't Stop Me Now by Queen, so I can use my rock magic on that as well.
I would like to use my music magic on your iPod rock magic to see if I can use the music to disrupt the dissonance of the chanting.
Want to do it too, Indigo?
Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone feel free to use your magic.
I'm just gonna start playing the notes that make all the dissonance turn into functional chords.
The Colonel, who has stayed on the track the whole time, reaches down and grabs the third rail because he uses electric magic. That's why I stayed on the tracks.
I would like to attempt to get the box with my magnet magic.
Alright. Everyone's using their magic. Tinny, I saw you got a 6. 5s from Indigo.
What do you roll?
I haven't rolled. Sorry, I was just doing magic.
Oh, what'd you have?
What do you roll if the magic dice is 0?
Roll 2 dice, take the lower one.
Got it. 3.
Okay.
Just a bummer because the other number was a 6.
A 3 from Ainsley 2, a 5 from Copeland, and Min. A 3 or a 6?
That's a 6.
Okay, great. All right. So here's what happens all at once. A rock, a piece of cement from above, dislodges itself and slams down on the leader of this cult, knocking them to the ground, and everyone else looks up. Meanwhile, a bolt of electricity goes riveting down this train line, hitting all the people who are touching it, as well as when their blood goes out of their bottle, conducting through that and hitting anyone on the other side that it touches. The magnet energy that is sending out through this is now electric magnet energy. It takes this box and slams it upward with the force of a lot of force, and slams it into the ceiling, smashing it and into smithereens, and sending pieces of box and also pieces of like blood and intestines and bone just like scrambling around the room. Everyone else in this room screams at once. All the people who aren't you, staring, like turning to stare at the side of you. Indigo and Ainsley, you both try and boost this music, but it doesn't quite work. And instead, you get songs stuck in your head really badly. They all turn to stare at you, and in the instant, as this box destroys and spreads outward, they all, with a blood-curdling scream, from the bottom up, vanish into thin air.
Are they ghosts?
Sure.
Can I punch them?
I can punch ghosts too.
Great, yeah, you have a moment punching ghosts as they all disappear into air, and then they are all gone. And you've done it. You did it. You took out this cult, and you have solved the problem with this subway line, unblocking it.
Who was the cult?
Tell me
They were the Ravens.
They were the crows, the anonymous crows.
Right.
The anonymous crows, yeah. They were actually all bringing back to life a massive raven vampire that would have wreaked havoc upon the world.
Did
So
call
you
him that
also-
vampire.
Yeah,
I
they were
rate
Raven
you all
vampire
5
cults.
stars.
This is one of those classic Raven vampire cults. We probably got more in the details, but time got away from me. That is pretty much our time. Good work, party. Good work, crew. Congratulations on clearing this subway line. You can collect your credits and also a cricket that knows all the Elvis Presley songs. Those are your rewards for doing this. Thank
job.
you, everyone,
Good
for
job.
hanging out with us at One Shots tonight. Thanks for watching us. There will be a one shot every Thursday for the rest of the month. Next week, Susan Harmon will be leading one. It should be a real delight. In 7 minutes, there'll be a game of Among Us here. Should be really exciting. We're bringing some role playing into that as well. Stick around and watch us play Among Us. And if you want to play this game, Subway Runner, check it out. It's available on itch.io. You're all wonderful, wonderful, wonderful angels. We are going to go dark for a few minutes, as Jason just pointed out in the chat, but we'll be back with Among Us after that. Have a great night. Thanks for playing with us.